Prince Harry announced last year his plans to release a memoir discussing the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned in his life so far. The Duke of Sussex, however, has been warned the release of the book could further tensions with the royal family, and backfire hard on him. Body language expert Jesus Enrique Rosas said the memoir could turn out to be such a bad idea for his career so early on in his attempts to establish himself away from the monarchy. Mr. Rosas said, "If he mentions mental health again, and you can bet that he will, he's going to hit a wall. If you're a celebrity and you write a memoir, it's to capitalize on the fact you have fans that want to know something new about you. Something secret, something you have been struggling with for years." But Harry has the not-so-small problem that his life has been documented ever since he was born. He continued, "Both official and unofficial sources have left very little to the imagination. Harry himself has left very little to the imagination. So the only thing we have left is the topic of mental health Harry has been mentioning over and over again for years." Prince Harry was an advocate for better debate on mental health long before he left the royal family with his wife Meghan Markle in 2020. The Duke of Sussex spoke candidly about his own struggles with mental health, opening up about the impact the tragic death of his mother, Princess Diana, had on him. And in 2021, he joined forces with talk show host Oprah Winfrey in Apple Plus's The Me You Can't See to further discuss his struggles in a bid to help others seek help. He admitted to refusing to discuss his mother for years and developing anxiety in his 20s. The Duke said, "I didn't want to think about her. Because if I think about her, then it's gonna bring up the fact that I can't bring her back. What's the point in thinking about someone you've lost and you're never gonna get back again?" He added, "I was willing to drink. I was willing to take drugs. I was willing to try and do the things that made me feel less like I was feeling. I was so angry with what happened to her. And the fact that there was no justice, at all. Nothing came from that. The same people that chased her into the tunnel photographed her dying on the back seat of that car." The Duke of Sussex's book is due to be released in late 2022. Another news, Sarah Ferguson and her daughters have put on a united front at a ski resort as Prince Andrew battles allegations. She walked arm in arm with her two daughters and their husbands at a luxury Swiss ski resort while Andrew is being asked to prove he can't sweat. Fergie, 62, was joined by Princess Beatrice, 33, and Eugenie, 31, as well as their husbands Edoardo Mopelli-Mozzi and Jack Brooksbank, for a winter break. The family jetted off on Boxing Day to spend their break at their £17.5 million chalet. They were snapped walking as one along the Swiss slopes. However, despite the perfect conditions, Fergie is yet to take to the slopes. This comes as Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty this week. She faces spending the rest of her life in prison after being convicted of 5 out of 6 counts of sex trafficking for her once lover Jeffrey Epstein. Prince Andrew fears being dragged into the middle of the case after both his accusers were told they could provide victim impact statements. Fergie, meanwhile, came out in defense of the Duke of York. She told Italian talk show Porta a Porta this month, "I completely stand by Andrew 100%. He is such a kind, great man, he is a brilliant father and now a fantastic grandfather. I feel very strongly that in this day and age that we must stand by our hearts, what we think is right with integrity and honor and loyalty." On Tuesday, a New York court will decide whether the civil lawsuit against the Duke of York will proceed to trial next year. Yesterday, a judge denied a motion from Andrew's lawyers to halt proceedings while the issue of where Ms. Gifford lives is dealt with. Meanwhile, Ms. Gifford has demanded evidence that Prince Andrew can't sweat, as he claimed in an interview with BBC Newsnight.